Tonight, we're bringing you something a little different. Instead of our usual coverage and analysis, the Lawton Town Crier is presenting the public comments from the February 24th Lawton City Council meeting. These are focused on proposed zoning changes and discussions surrounding data centers in our community. These comments come directly from Lawton residents and represent a range of perspectives on growth, infrastructure, neighborhood impacts, and the future direction of our city. Our goal is simple: to make sure you can hear directly from people who showed up and spoke. No edits to the substance, no commentary in this segment, just the public record. Here are all the public comments from the February 24th City Council meeting on data centers.
I've got your name and address and everything here, so you can.
Am I ready? Can I go? Okay. All right. Who profits from data mining centers? Google AI overview response. Answer was, and I quote, major technology companies, data center, real estate, investment trusts, hardware manufacturers, and energy providers, unquote. Data mining centers also support artificial intelligence, or AI. The residents of Lawton, I believe, issue with the data mining centers is that the profits will be generated directly from the Lawton residents and directly into the pockets of the City Council in the following ways. AI, all information collected from the data mining center will be used by the council in future decisions that affect the daily life of the average Lawton resident in the following ways. And it covers hidden patterns. This sounds good until the new city tax bracket is determined every year by the patterns data mining center uncovers. For example, in my research using Google AI, residents' electric bills will go up by 7 to 8%. Also, data mining centers use, according to Google AI, 49 billion gallons of water in 2025 for cooling. Lawton uses 14.6 billion gallons of water to support the rough estimate population of Lawton's population of around 92 people. Okay, my question is, when will the city inform its residents that the citizens' water will be shut off between 3 to 4 days while the council recoups the money spent? Well, people's water is shut off for 3 to 4 days. I do understand that for improvement to happen in any circumstance, patterns and problems do have to be discovered and corrected. What is not agreed upon is that data mining centers give higher authority to act on behalf of people who are judged according to what the city council determines is best for the city. And we want you not to decide for us. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I've got your information.
Yes, sir. Fantastic. All right, so I know I don't have a lot of time. Here we go. So good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Normally when we think about AI, we think about the cloud, but actually it is a very physical structure, as we've been talking about. I gave you all some bullet points in a packet that goes over all the different things from water to electric to noise to energy to air pollution, land use issues. I even have examples of other data centers in places like Virginia and the disaster that they are finding after they are doing research on these areas. They were made a lot of promises that were not kept, and I do not expect promises to be kept now. Going through here, a big point that hasn't been discussed either is how often this disproportionately affects low-income families and areas and minority groups. These centers normally get put in areas where that's already an issue. There's a disparity there, so this just kind of adds to that disparity. And as y'all brought up the noise issue, this causes so many psychological and long-term learning issues with kids. Seriously, I just don't have enough time to talk about it all. I did go through also, I made y'all a bunch of maps to show what the crop density looks like, the livestock density, current drought conditions. I got a nice graph here from Pew Research showing how much energy consumption has gone up and how much is projected to continue to go up, it's not coming down. It's just going to get worse. And with these data centers, we're looking at 40% increase in just a couple years. Most of us can't handle that, and that's a cost that's pushed onto the consumer. Also, I brought up air quality standards as well. And so if you'll look at these maps, you'll see how all that aligns. I kind of skimmed over a lot because of my time limitations, so I will end it there. I did give y'all my contact information as well within that packet, so please feel free to contact me further. I am more than happy to talk about this in depth, if you will. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming.
Good evening. I stand before you today to address the elephant in the room. There is a deep-seated frustration spreading through Lawton, a feeling that the public input has become a box to check rather than a voice to be heard. Many of us feel that the city has already made up its mind on these data centers, regardless of our concerns. So if the train has already left the station, if these data centers are coming, whether we like it or not, then we need to stop fighting over the neighborhoods and start talking about FISTA. The taxpayer's investment, let's look at the history. The citizens of Lawton are the ones who bought the mall. It was our tax dollars, our investment, and our risk that created the FISTA. We were told FISTA would be the future of the Lawton economic. Well, the future is here. FISTA can repay the public trust by footing the bill for the project. Instead of placing these massive facilities in areas that disrupt our daily lives or strain residential infrastructure, put them in a space where it's already paid for. Let the data center developers use the FISTA footprint to pay back the debt they owe to the taxpayers of the city, rather than asking us to subsidize their utility upgrades. Why FISTA wins? Placing these centers at FISTA isn't just a demand for fairness, it's a superior technology strategy. Consider the benefits. They have the security, the buffer zones, the infrastructure. FISTA was built to handle the heavy lifting of the defense technology. It is far better equipped for the power and water demands of the data center than a plot of land near a residential street. If you are going to move forward, do it responsibly. Don't force this into our neighborhoods. Move the project to the mall. Use the land we bought for you. Let FISTA manage the growth, and let the developers pay their fair share. If Lawton is going to do what he wants,
Time is up. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Can you say your last name for me?
Cabela's.
Okay, I got all your information.
All right.
You got 2 minutes.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, thanks. I appreciate it. In knowing a little bit about data centers before this even became a topic, I did a little research. Everybody in this room needs to do research about data centers. Now, just in the short amount that I did, and I provided a lot of information to Ms. Demery because she's my councilwoman from my district, my area here, and I know I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to share just some key points. Number one, I heard a lot of I don't knows between the statute and what the water, and it's not 15,000, it's up to 40,000 gallons a day for a 2 megawatt data center. We're talking 5 megawatts up to 1 million a day. So where's that water going to come from? It doesn't matter if the city's paying for it or not. It's coming from a local source, which means it's going to eat into what we have for our resources. We got to protect our resources. Does the pros outweigh the cons? Not at all. Take a look, do the research. The sound alone, 89 decibels, do you know what that is? That's a fire alarm going off in a building. That drives you out of the building. That's at the perimeter. So someone says, oh, a mile away, I won't hear that. Do you want to hear a Chevelle SS revving its engine a mile away all day, every day, 24/7, 365? I don't think so. I don't think anybody wants to hear that. That's just a noise concern. Water, if it was a closed loop system, Mayor, that'd be great. Then all the data centers would be, but they're not. 80% of the water gets evaporated into the air. That's pollution in the air. 20% turns into gray water, wastewater, with heavy metals. Where does that go? It may go through a sewer system, but don't tell me they're not impenetrable. They do leak. We do ends up in our groundwater, so we have to protect what we have. I really beg everyone just take a little time to do a little research in the environmental impacts, the job creation, and what is the return on investment for Lawton to have data centers here at all anyway? Nothing. Exactly. So take a look at it, do the research, and then get back with your council members to be able to share your concerns That's what I'm doing now. So thank you for my time.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. It's great being here on award night, too. I appreciate that. Today was the first day I've heard some changes to the originally proposed zoning change, right? So it's important. I'm going to take some of the information that was provided today and go back and do my own research again, and I hope you guys do. I can see some of you guys actually have done some research into this. You know, I've provided some council some recommendations before, water impact recommendations, you know, using the closed loop requirement or reclaimed water for cooling, requiring an infrastructure utility plan agreement, ensuring the developers fund the electrical and water improvements and not the city taxes, buffering, screening, noise modeling requirements to protect adjacent neighborhoods, decommissioning strategies for the facilities when they become obsolete. These are all recommendations I provided to you, and I hope you take those into consideration. I have also requested that Council close the permanent loophole for the I-1 districts for data centers less than 5 megawatts. In 2024, the City Council amended Chapter 18 of the Zoning Code authorizing digital asset mining in I-1 districts as permitted use. This change aligned with the local ordinance with the Oklahoma Commercial Digital Asset Mining Act. If the zoning code already has functionality, state-aligned code to the digital asset mining in I-1, why are we considering a new loophole for data centers? You should be screening projects by requiring a use permitted on review for all high energy, high water facilities, not weakening them. This creates a dangerous regulatory gap. When a developer says it's only a small 4 megawatts facility, what they're really saying is enough power to power 3,000 to 4,000 average American homes simultaneously, to power 4 large big box office or stores, or a regional hospital. By comparison, the 2019 annual energy use report of the City of Walters, okay, basically 2 megawatts is used for power Walters.
Thank you, Mark.
Right?
And Jesse Stroop, did I say that right?
It's Stroop, sir.
All right, we'll go with that.
How y'all doing? Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the Lawton City Council, Mayor, and my fellow Lawton neighbors, before I give my reasoning on why this is a horrible idea, I just want to start with this, that only when the last tree has died, the last river has been poisoned, and the last fish has been caught will we realize that we cannot eat money. This is an ancient Cree proverb, and it's not just words, it's a gut punch reminder that we're gambling away our world for empty promises. My name is Jesse Stroop, and about 5 months ago, I uprooted my family from Delaware and brought them to Lawton, Oklahoma, because the Holy Spirit stirred something deep in me, a call to a fresh start in a new land of opportunity. I came for the raw, God-given beauty here, those wide open plains, the crisp air, and the freedom that Fort Sill helps provide people like me and you, and especially those sunsets over the mountains that paint Lawton skyline like a divine masterpiece. Just imagine your grandchildren asking you why these mountains look like forgotten warehouses. That's a heartbreak that we're inviting. Let's face the ugly truth about this damage. These massive server farms don't just run. They devour energy, sucking down enough electricity to light up entire neighborhoods day and night. Even with restrictions, we will still pay the price. In Oklahoma, where our power grid buckles under storms and heat waves, like you mentioned, Mr. Wedger, this means more blackouts, higher bills for hardworking families like my own, and a spike in dirty fossil fuels that will choke our air. And the water that they guzzle, we're talking about millions of gallons of water. It's enough to leave farms dry, rivers shallow. We're not talking about progress. We're talking about a slow poison that turns our clean, life-giving resources into corporate waste. Open your eyes, please, City Council. This isn't building Lawton. It's breaking it 1 megawatt and 1 drop of water at a time. I don't have much time, but skyrocketing utility costs that hit blue-collar folks the hardest, valuable resources vanishing, home values are going to tank. I mean, like someone else mentioned, Texas communities, they were sweet-talked into these deals and it weren't what they were promised. It's exploitation, plain and simple. Lawton, we're better than this. These centers won't just scar our land, they'll erode our privacy and corrode our homes. Y'all have a blessed night.